Good morning. I hope you can hear me. Good morning to our senior high school students from different parts of Davao region, including the Soc Sargent area. Welcome to our Immersion webinar for grade 12 students. And today our topic will be all about for accountancy and allied courses. No? So I understand that probably majority of our participants today are from the ABM, no ABM track. So welcome and thank you. We are also live on our official YouTube channels, University of Mindanao. So we ask those who are not in our Zoom account to log in, no, to open, and you can watch us in our official YouTube channel. You just type University of Mindanao and you will see there our seminar live. All right, so maybe we can start. We will start with our preliminaries, with our prayer, and singing of the university. Uh, singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Many nights we've cried when no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a harmful sound we barely understood. Now we are not afraid, although we know there's much to fear. We walk the mountains long before we knew we could. There can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to give. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe somehow you will where you believe. In this time of fear and prayer so often proves in vain, hope seems like the summer voices swiftly float away. Yet now I'm standing here, my heart so full I can't explain, seeking faith and speaking words I never thought I'd
Bayang magiliw pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting sa manlulupig, di ka pasisingil sa dagat at bundok, sa simuya, sa langit mong bagha. May dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng matawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituing at araw niyang kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng wala di pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pagmay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
So again, we say good morning to our students and to our, if we have your senior high school advisor here or your immersion coordinator, we also welcome you. And today, well, first, I'd like to know who are our students. Please tell us in through our chat box in the YouTube channel and in our Zoom. Please tell us your name and your schools, no, the name of your school and what track are you from, no. So, okay. And today we have three topics. No, one is that I will be sharing the first topic. It's all about the pre-employment seminar. That's very important because we are going to share to you how are you going to write an application letter, a resume, and how are you going to face yourself in a job interview. And then we have two speakers from our College of Accounting Education. They are going to share to you something about accounting, accountancy, and all, no. And then for every after the topic, we will be having a game, no. So may premyo tayo. We will be giving prizes for those who will be topping our quiz every after the talk of our speaker. So right now we have from Rojas National High School. We have from Lupon, Merinol. We were in Lupon, no, last week. We traveled there in Lupon, no, in Davao Oriental. Okay, we have Davao City National High School. We also have from Manay National High School. Okay. So there you go, no? Here in our YouTube channel, we have from Compostela National High School. Okay, that's very good. No? All right. So, for the information of our students, before we end our session today, our immersion webinar, you are going to fill out an evaluation form which will serve as our basis of giving you an e-certificate. No? So once you filled out the evaluation form, you will receive an e-certificate from us. So it will be a proof for your attendance today. Okay, so sige. We also have from Sulup National High School, from Merinol School of Lupon, from Sulup. Where is Sulup? In Davao del Sur, no? Okay, there you go. So we also have from Carmen National High School. We were there last Thursday in Carmen. Okay, so we'll start our seminar. As I said, you listen carefully because and closely and attentively because after my talk, we will have a quiz and be ready with your gadget, your cell phone if you have your cell phone, or if you have your iPad, your tablet, no, or your laptop for you to participate our quiz, no? Okay, so it's going to be a competition. Let's find out later on if who will be our top 5 in our quiz, and you are going to receive a gift items from the University of Mindanao. All right, so let's start, no? As I said, my topic that I'm going to share to you are 4 things, no? One is that I'm going to talk about how are you going to prepare an application letter and a resume. These two important documents are necessary when you apply for jobs, no? Um, well, you're supposed to submit this for your immersion program, but since you have no immersion, industry will not accept students for immersion today, no? This situation, the situation that we have right now, that's why you were not able to prepare one. The third topic that I'm going to share to you is all about job interview. How are you going to manage yourself? How are you going to ace in a job interview? And the fourth one is something about social media etiquette. So for the first two topics, I have prepared a video. No? You watch the video. Okay. We are live anyway, so we are. uh, is your application. Hi to all our students in CAID 500 and welcome to our second video. Today we are going to talk about two important things in your CAID 500 and in your application process. Writing a cover letter, or popularly known as application letter and resume. First, why write a cover letter? I'd like to cite 3 reasons. First is that because you have earned a formal education, a formal baccalaureate degree, you need to show to your potential employer that you can write and that you can communicate well. That's why you have to write an application letter or a cover letter. Second is that you have to highlight your particular skills, your past work history, or other areas that are specific to the job that you are applying. You have to think of it as a quick sales pitch. And third reason is that you have to set yourself apart from the competition. Remember this, in one position, there's a dozen or two of you applying for that position. And therefore, the first level of assessment of your potential employer is your application letter. So, how are you going to write a winning cover letter? These are our tips. First, you have to write there the date. Don't forget the date. And when you are going to write your application letter, you are going to follow the American English style. So you start with the date, for example, September 10, 2020, not 10 September 2020. The next one is that you have to write the name of the addressee. Maybe the HR manager or the president of the organization. If you don't have any idea of the name of the HR manager or to whom you're going to address the letter, then you have to exert extra effort. You can visit the company, you can give them a call, and ask from them to whom you can address your application letter. If you're going to visit the company, then tell the HR office. Normally, you have to proceed to the HR office and ask the people there in the HR that you're interested to submit an application letter, and you're going to inquire from them to whom you're going to address the letter. So get the complete name, the exact position of the person, and of course, the name of the company and the address. So that's how you're going to do it. For example, you have Miss Joanne T. Santos, HR Manager. Oops! You also have to make sure that Joanne Santos is the HR Manager because she might be the VP for HR, and by writing there, HR Manager, you have demoted the person. So it's already a demerit in your part. So you have to make sure what's the exact position of the person. So let's go back to that. Miss Joanne T. Santos, HR Manager, XYZ Corporation, Ponciano Street, Davao City. That's it. And then you have the opening. You say, Miss Santos, colon. Do not write Dear Miss Santos because remember that your application letter is a formal style of communication, and writing the word Dear Miss Santos reduces the formality of your communication unless you are very close to that person. So you write there Miss Santos colon. In your first paragraph, you have to mention how did you get to know about the information of the position, whether you get the information from a friend or somebody who's working in the organization, or maybe you have read that somewhere in the local paper, then you can cite that in your first paragraph. And your interest of applying for the position. So for example, you would say, I've read in the local paper, Mindanao Times, dated September 4, 2020, that your company is in need of accounting staff. I wish to apply for the position. Alright? So you have there the information and your interest. Why is it's important that you cite the information? Because it's also significant to the company whether the promotion that they have had is working for them. And it's giving them an output. It's giving them effective promotion of their job opening. The second paragraph of your application letter, you can write there your experience. Two things, no? One is your work experience related to the position that you are applying. And second, what are the attributes, work attributes that you possess which you think are significant in the performance of the function. And in the third paragraph of your application letter, you can write there, you can open doors for further meet and greet of the HR or of the interviewer, because you cannot tell everything in your resume and in your application letter. So you can say there that I wish to share more of my qualifications at your most convenient time. I can be reached at your contact number or your email address. And then you can close the letter by saying, sincerely or respectfully yours. I suggest do not write very truly yours because Tagalog mo yung very truly yours, ako iyong buong buo, no? It's not very formal. Again, I'd like to remind you that your application letter is a formal style of communication. So after closing, don't forget your name and then your signature. Voila! You have your winning cover letter. Last video, last discussion, we talk about how are you going to write a winning cover letter. And today, partner with your cover letter is the resume. We're going to talk about how are you going to write a winning resume. The resume is your personal brochure to market yourself. It should give your potential employer a quick view of what you can do for them. So for new graduates just like you can list your accomplishments in school. Do not worry about not having any accomplishments or work-related accomplishments. You can pick out those school accomplishments that show responsibility, reliability, cooperative spirit, and the like. That's why you have to make the most of your experience while you are still in the university. You can cite those experiences that you have with extra and co-curricular activities, your membership to various academic or non-academic student organizations. So what are the suggested format or tips in writing your resume? This is how are you going to do it. You start, of course, with the most important thing, followed by with the less important, and so on and so forth. So what you can start is you write your name, your full name, your address. You have to be specific in your address. You have to write there the street, the house number, purok, and barangay. Why you have to be specific in your address? Because these potential companies of yours, they're going to make a background investigation, and one way of doing that is to visit your barangay or your residence. They're going to talk to your purok leader or to your barangay leaders, no? What are your participations, or are you really residents of that area? Then after you address, another important information that you have to provide there in your resume are your contact number and your email address. These two are important, especially in giving you feedback on the status of your application. And your companies, potential companies, they don't believe that you don't have any email address or contact number because we are in a generation of technology. So you really have to make sure that you have a functional email address and your contact number is really yours. The next one is you have to write a summary statement. A summary statement is a gist of who you are in terms of your potential to the company, in terms of what you can contribute to the company, in terms of your competence, whether you can perform to the function or not. So, two things. When you're going to write your summary statement, let's go back to the second paragraph of your application letter. I said that when you write your second paragraph in your application letter, there are two things that you are going to highlight there. One is your work-related experience, And the other one is the attributes. No? What are the attributes that you possess that are related to the performance of the function or the requirements of the position? So that's the summary statement. Later on, I'm going to show a sample summary statement. How are you going to write it? The next one is your work or school related experience or OJT experience. Now, if you're a working student, then you can write there, but you have to make it sure that your work experience during the time that you're still in the university are related to the position or to the requirements of the company, or your OJT experience, of course, for sure, are related to the requirements also of the potential company that you're applying to. So you have to cite that in your resume. The other one is that what are the job responsibilities that you have had in your internship or in your OJT experience? And I think it's there in your OJT manual, the manual that your OJT coordinators are giving to you during the time that you have your OJT. So you can copy those and include that in your resume because those are specific assignments that you have had during your OJT. And the other one is your accomplishments or your recognitions or your achievements when you were here in the university. If you have, for example, participation in a community extension, because it speaks about volunteerism, it speaks about you being a team player, no? And your exposure to other staff, that during the time that you're in the university, you're not just a plain student, but you also engage yourself to other or various or related activities that can at least bolster your experience, your qualification, and your competence. The last one is of course your education. So you see there's nothing there in your resume. You do not put anything that are not relevant to the position that you're applying to. No, there's nothing there that asks you about height, weight, and religion. That's why when you write your resume, you have to tailor fit the content of your resume based on number one, on your competence, on your qualifications, on the things that you possess that you can offer to the company. And second, tailor fit the content of your resume based on the requirements of the company. That's why I suggest do not buy the ready-made biodata form that you can buy in the bookstore nor in store, because there are information that you may not be included, no, in your resume and which are actually relevant to the position that you are applying to. So that's how are you going to write your resume. Remember this, in a gist, when you write your resume, 7 things that you have to remember, or you have to make it sure that these 7 things are there in your resume. Number 1, what can you do for me? When you write your resume, when you prepare your resume, you have to make it sure that this question is being answered in the content and substance of your resume. Second, do you have the skills I'm looking for? Third, where have you worked before? It's also important that you have to cite your work experience, the company that you had, your internship, your OJT, because aside from it was an opportunity for you to apply the learnings that you have learned from the university, for sure your work or internship experience have developed you have improved your soft skills, some of your soft skills. Like for example, work attitude skills, the ability for you to follow deadlines and instructions from the company, like wearing proper uniform, wearing an ID, coming to work on time, following the rules and regulations of the company. Those are very important stuff. Although sometimes we said that those are simple stuff, but those are very relevant stuff. Number 4, is your experience relevant to my needs? Number 5, do you have the right education and credentials? So you see, question number 4 and question number 5 are related to each other, which means that whether you have this experience or education and you're applying to a position that's quite different from the training and the experience that you have, give that to those people who have the relevant experience and training. Question number 6, what kind of person you are. So it's important that you also have to highlight your soft skills, your personal attributes, and last but not the least, where can I contact you? I overly emphasize the relevance of your email address and your contact number because, as I said, that whenever there's a need for you to report immediately or submit additional assigned documents or papers relevant to your application, this is the fastest way of the company telling you about those stuff. So I hope that with that information, you can start writing your resume. So there you go. You have seen our first two topics, and let me continue my other topic. Let me share my screen. We'll continue with successful interviewing. One thing that I would like to remind to our students is that application is a process. The first thing that you are going to do is submit the resume and your application letter. And the next one, the next stage is the interview. So if you have not received any feedback about your application letter and your resume and that you are not scheduled for any interview, the answer there is very simple, no? That you have not written, you have not submitted a winning cover letter and resume that will impress the potential employer or that will impress the interviewer. So once you are scheduled for interview, that means that your letter and your resume are impressive, okay? And when you move to the interview, the purpose of the interview is for you to get the job. The purpose of the resume is for you to get an interview. The purpose of the interview is for you to get the job. So the interview is the deciding factor. That's why it's very critical, no, in the application process. All right. So it says here that preparation is half the battle. How candidates behave during the interview is often seen as an indicator of how they will perform. That's why the interview is the basis, no? The very basis of the interviewer, whether to hire you or not, because they will make an observation of your verbal and of your non-verbal communication. And that's why the better prepared you are, the less nervous you will feel, and the more confident you will appear. It's very important that you are confident during the interview, no? Because if you are not, it means to say that you are not confident also of performing the job. So why will I hire you if I'm the interviewer? Why will I hire you if you are not confident enough? Which means that you are not sure whether you can deliver, the task, you can perform the task. The more you know about the purpose of the interview and the organization, the better your response to the question. So it's just like, may gusto ka sa isang babae or may gusto ka sa isang lalaki, no? Bago ka, halimbawa, ang lalaki manligaw or ang babae bago niya sagutin yung lalaki, kailangan mo muna alamin kung sino siya, no? Mag-match ba ang personality ninyo, ang mga likes at saka dislikes ninyo. So, same thing. That's why when you apply for a job in a particular office, in a particular company, you have to know, you have to study, you have to learn what's the business, what's the product, what's the vision, mission of the company before going to an interview. Because one thing for sure, you will be asked something about the company and why do you want to join with them, okay? So, so what's the hiring manager looking for during the interview? Your ability to perform the job. Very simple, no? Can you perform the job? So if you're into accounting, the accounting related tasks that will be asked from you, alam mo ba kung paano yun i-perform, no? So that's why when you're in school, when you're in the university, after your senior high school program, importante yung inyong training sa inyong baccalaureate degree because that's where you are going to get your proper training, no? Start your proper training. The second thing that they're going to ask from you or look from you during the interview is your fitness, no? Your culture and your personality, your attitude, okay ka ba, no? Alam niyo itong mga iGen, nasa iGen na kayo, Gen Z ang tawag sa inyo, no? Ah, may magandang impression at merong hindi naman masyadong magandang impression sa mga Gen Z, di ba? So, titingnan nila yan ngayon during the interview, all right? Number three, your motivation and your enthusiasm. Are you that kind of person who is driven by your motivation? Do you have ambition in terms of your profession, in terms of your career? That's why you will be asked questions like, how do you see yourself in 15 years, no, in 20 years, no? Tanungin nila kayo and yung answer ninyo is related ba doon sa inyong ambition about your career, no? Or baka masyadong personal na gusto mo na mag-settle down, gusto mo na magkaroon ng family by the time, no, 'di ba? So depende 'yon, okay? And what about your past accomplishments, especially where you were in school? Kasi kung achiever ka na nung estudyante ka pa, ang magandang impression nun, ibig sabihin, ikaw yung tao na very competitive and driven by your ambition, 'di ba? Okay. Kaysa pabanjing-banjing ka lang, hindi ka seryoso sa iyong schooling, sa iyong study. All right? And pabalik-balik tayo about knowledge of the company because uh, you want to be part of the organization. And kung ako ang interviewer, I want to investigate whether you have further knowledge, we have initial knowledge about my organization. Nag-research ka ba about my organization? Okay? Pareho gud yan kung mag-enroll kayo ng college, no, at mag-enroll kayo ng sang kurso, kung anong kurso nang gusto ninyo, no. Kailangan niyo muna i-investigate kung pag ito ang kurso ko, ano ang magiging profession ko, ano ang magiging career ko. Meron bang trabaho na naghihintay for me, no? Ano ba ang mga sweldo, no? Magkano ba ang sweldo? Itong university na ito, okay ba kung dito ako mag-aral? Kaya ko ba? No? So yung mga ganun, all right? And of course, your communication skills. That's very important because that's how are you going to deliver the message, convey the message that you have, all right? So in short, during the interview, employers will ask you questions about number one, can you do the job? No, it's about your skills, your talents, your abilities, and your competencies. Second is that if you can perform the job, if there's a need for you to like manipulate a machine or an equipment, then the next type of questions will be about your interest, your motivation, and your right values to work. So for example, when you say, will you do the job? No, interest. Tanungin kayo, you're from Davao Oriental, no? For example, you're from Manay, but the work is here in Davao City. So are you willing to work here in Davao? Are you willing to stay here in Davao? Because we cannot allow you to travel every day, no? If you will be accepted and you are going to work here in Davao, and then are you going to travel every day going to Manay? I mean, it will take you like 5 to 6 hours, diba? So that's a typical example. So when you say yes, you are willing to stay in Davao, that's interest, no? No matter what, you want to work, and regardless whether you are from Manay or you are from outside Davao City, okay? The third is about, will you fit in the company and its culture? So it has something to do about your interpersonal skills, your adaptability, and your positive work attitude. So some of the job interview questions, no, during the job interview, typical questions that will be asked from you is that, tell me something about yourself. Yan talaga ang pinakaunang question na itanong sa inyo. And my suggestion is that do not be so personal or long-winded. No? You prepare a 1 to 2 minute synopsis of what qualifies you and what makes you the perfect candidate for the job. All right. For senior high school students, we can have a, anong tawag nito, no, practice, no, job interview, no. Just message us if you want, then we can practice you, no, and then we can give uh, feedback right away on your performance to job interview, no. So we will make announcement of that for those who are interested, na gusto sila ma-practice kung paano magharap sa isang job interview. Okay, ayan, para practicum siya, para parang actual na interview. Alright. What do you know about our company? Ayan, pabalik-balik ako because that's very important, no? So try to reveal that you know not only facts about the company, but that you have taken an analytical view of the company. So what does it mean when you say analytical view of the company? You can cite some information about the company, about their achievements, about their products, no? Who they are, how long they have been existing in the business, no, for how many years, all right? You can do that. Kasi impressive yan eh, no? Anong vision and mission ng company, no? Anong core values ng company, and then you can relate your core values, no? Your personal values to the values of the company. Okay? Ngan man to na escape. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Uh, what is your greatest weakness? Um, do not say that you don't have weakness. No, it's wrong to say that I don't have weakness or you don't have weakness, because as human beings we are not perfect. But why this question is being asked from you? Because ako as an interviewer, we are interested to know whether you have the ability to recognize your weaknesses. But the most important thing there is that if you have recognized your weakness, how do you overcome that? No, how do you make that weakness not a weakness anymore? You know what I mean? For example, ako, ang weakness ko talaga is that I hate to be stuck in a traffic. If I'm stuck in a traffic, if I'm going to the office, and I'm stuck in the traffic, wala, masira talaga ang araw ko niyan. That's why ang ginagawa ko is that I leave early, no, from my house going to my office, so that when I'm in the office and I'm not stuck in the traffic, then my day will be okay. All right? So, uh, find out ano ang weakness mo and how do you overcome that, no? Or how do you turn that weakness into something else? Or how do you improve your strengths brought about by that weakness? Do you have any question? It's very important. Do not leave the interview without you asking any question. No? Because remember, the job interview is a form of communication, is a form of conversation, all right? It's not a one-way process na ang interviewer lang ang nagatanong, no? So magtanong din kayo. So ano ang pwede ninyong itanong during job interview? You can ask what are the opportunities in case you will be hired, all right? How long will it take for you to become a regular, you know? And if you are a college graduate, then if you are interested to pursue advanced studies or master's program, then is the company will allow you in case no you want to pursue. Oh, so you can ask those questions. What about salary? Do not ask salary question about salary during job interview, but it is your right to know how much no you are going to receive in case you will be hired. You ask that outside the job interview. Okay. All right. What can you contribute most to our organizations? Min ka, ha, nadi amutan, sir, kay contribute man, napaitaan ni nag-apply ba ako kay wa ko'y kwarta o niya mag-amot man di ay, no? So, no, dili, because it's important that you have your abilities, you cite your abilities, your strengths, no? Your talents, no? Your training, that will help you perform the job, no? So you can answer this question by highlighting your experiences related to the position and your personal characteristics which are relevant to the performance of the job. All right? Okay. I have here, I think I have few slides left. Most common interview mistakes. There is a survey of all HR manager, human resource manager in the country. No, may ginawang survey at tinanong sila kung ano yung common interview mistakes ng mga aplikante. So topping the list is answering cell phone or texting. So that's a big no-no. During the job interview, you switch your cell phone to a silent mode or you can off that, no, switch off your phone. Dressing inappropriately, all right? Appearing disinterested, appearing arrogant, no? Dapat ano lang kayo, no? Humble kayo, all right? Appearing unprepared, chewing gum, no? Mura ka ganding nagsige usap-usap during job interview. But sometimes applicants do that because that's their way of coping, no? Managing their their tension, all right? The butterflies in their stomachs, all right? Not providing specific answers. Okay. So when you answer questions, what you can do is that you can cite examples based on your experience while you were in school or your involvement in organizations in school or in community involvement. No? You cite those, right? And not asking good questions. So I said kanina that before you leave the interview, you ask question. Okay? All right. So ito na last yung ating social media etiquette. I have mentioned in my video that one way of checking your background is that the company or the HR will send somebody there in your barangay or in your puruk and ask whether you are really a resident of that area. Okay? One another way of checking your background is through your social media, no? So pwede nila tingnan ngayon kung anong klaseng tao ka, ano ang personality mo, ano ang attitude mo by looking at your social media post. So that's why you have to be careful in your social media account, no? Ano ang mga nilalagay mo diyan because it will give them an impression about your personality, about your attitude, no, about your character, all right? So three things. One is that do not write negative posts in your social media, all right? Suko ka sa PLDT kay walay signal as if pa naman hindi alam ng PLDT ang problema nila, di ba? Okay. Konting problema mo lang sa buhay, pinopost mo na sa social media, okay? And then you are second one, no? You are using derogatory language and your posts are ungrammatical. So you have to be careful of those because may assumption kasi tayo, may impression tayo that nakapag-eskwela kayo and that you are educated, no? You have when you make posts, no? You always watch your words, your language, all right? Okay? So dili ka lang pataka og istorya-istorya or post sa social media. All right? And the third one is all your posts are about you, no? So do not post all about you, no? OOTG, mga ganon. Dapat you also have to say something about social issues, no? About about environmental issues, something like that, no? Practice yourself participating in political discussions, no? But you have to be careful, no? I mean, there is a nice way of doing that na hindi ka naman pareho nung iba na attack dogs, no, halimbawa ng mga political groups, no, or ng mga politicians, all right? Or meron kang nabasa na book na maganda, then you can share that. Meron kang nakita na palabas na series na maganda, then you can share that. At least, no, you are sharing your information and your understanding about what you have read or about what you have watched or seen, no? Okay? So I think that's all for my topic, and you can continue to watch the video, no, that I have shown a while ago in our official YouTube channel in case nagka-problema kayo. Kanina nagka-problema tayo at the start of our video. You can watch that again in our official YouTube channel. You can also follow us in our Facebook page, University of Mindanao, no? We're making announcements there, especially for our senior high school students, no? And you can follow us in our Twitter and our Instagram. So with that, I'm going to end my talk. Unless you have questions, then you can chat me in our Zoom account or in our YouTube channel. So I will turn over the virtual floor to Benji. No, Benji is assisting me here, especially for our game, for our quiz. Sige.
Ulit. Mag-story ako. Mag-story ako.
Dili, mag-Mentimeter na. Okay, sige. So, mag-Mentimeter na tayo, no? So, what you can do is that open nyo yung Mentimeter, no? Mentimeter.com. May number tayo, di ba?
Yes, sir.
So, we have to show the number. Let's wait for those who are in our YouTube channel. Okay. So, please open mentimeter.com, minty.com, ayan, menti.com, and use the code 97938661.
Write your name. Full name.
Di ba maglabas pa dyan yung ano?
So they have to write their full name, sir.
Yeah, you write your name and your school. Okay, sulat nyo pala yung inyong name at saka yung inyong school.
Top 5. Yes.
Because our top 5, yung may pinakamataas na scores, top 5, no, will receive a gift items from University of Mindanao. Marami kaming mga gift items. Waiting for players. Ayan, meron na tayong isa, dalawa. Saan ang kanilang mga names? Wala. Do not forget to write your name and your school, ha? Okay, alright. Ayan.
Later, labas yun.
Sige, okay. Ayan. Okay. Okay. For the information of our students, we have another session tomorrow. Kasi ang ating participants today, I understand most of you are ABM, no? Tomorrow is still business, okay? Business. So pwede pa rin kayo mag-attend, no? Mag-join. Okay? Sige, so hintayin natin yung mga nasa YouTube. We have so far 19 players here. So makaabot tayo ng mga 30 sana, no, para medyo marami ang ating
30 ang participants.
Okay. Saksak na to ni kay kalobat na ta. Okay, so we have 25, 5 more players so that we can start our quiz. And our next speaker is now on the line. Si ano, no? Debs. All right, so we have 30 players. We'll start now, no? Our quiz. So ayan, so you answer fast to get more points. How long is the ideal resume? Ayan, 1 to 2 pages, 4 to 5 pages. It depends on the job. Ayan. 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up. The answer is correct, no? 1 to 2 pages. Ayan, may dalawang nadali. Depends on the job. So let's see, sinong nangunguna dun sa first question natin? We have Christina. Oh, Christina. So hindi natin alam kung anong school si Christina, no? Okay, followed by Maria Pamela and then Aimee. Okay, so there you go. That's our first question. Let's proceed to our next question. The objective of the resume is for the applicant to get hired. True or false? Ayan. The objective of the resume is for the applicant to get hired. Hinabol ko ata yan bago ako nag-talk about interview. Sige. 3, 2, 1. So, the correct answer is true. Ayan, may nadali na 8, nag-false. So, let's see kung sino ang... Because the objective of the resume is for you to get an interview, not for you to get hired, no? Because you will not be hired based on what you have written in your resume, but you will get a call from the company for an interview based on what you have written in your resume. Okay? All right, sige. So let's take a look at who is leading after our second question. Okay. Is still Christina the leader? Yes, she is, no? And then we have a new second from Carl from Davao City National High School and Lovely. Lovely was the fastest for the second question. Ayan, okay. Next one. Question number 3. The best applicant gets the job. True or false? The best applicant gets the job. So if you think that you are the best applicant, you think you can get the job, true or false? Modified true or false yan. Or if it is false, therefore change the word that makes it false. The correct answer is false. Correct, no? Tatlo lang sila. So ano ngayon ang sagot niyan? The best interview gets the job, no? Even if you are the best applicant but you are not good during the interview, you have lackluster performance during the interview, you will not be noticed by the interviewer. So interview is the deciding factor. Remember that, no? The purpose of the interview is for you to get a job. 35 ang nawala. Sige, let's see. Let's see kung may bago na tayong leader. No? Okay.
Let me see. Sige.
Lovely. Okay, nangunguna na ngayon si Lovely, followed by Christina. Sino ba yung number one kanina? Hindi ko maalala.
Christina.
We have Ray Jane, no? Fastest. Okay, from MSU, General Santos City. We are planning to go there in General Santos, no? By May. Wala pa kaming schedule, but nice to find out that we have a student from General Santos City. Okay. Galing, no? Mahirap yung question number 3. Tatlo lang tumama. Question 4 of 5. Okay. Which of the following should not be included in your resume? Okay. Contact number, education, height, and religion. So, which should not be in your resume? Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, okay. Perfect. Perfect. No, height and religion. I mean, this information are not significant, are not important in your application. All right? Okay. Sige.
Who's the fastest?
Let's see who is the fastest for that round and who is our leader. Okay. Oh. All right. Oh, Lovely was the fastest. Christina, second. There you go. Okay. On to our last question. And will you do the job is a general question on the applicant's blank. Skills, motivation, adaptability. All right. Will you do the job is a general question on the applicant's skills, motivation, or adaptability. Okay. So yung ating mga top 5, no, paki-PM na lang kung anong school kayo at saka yung full name ninyo. The correct answer is motivation. And we have 15 who got the correct answer. The rest are wrong. So, kung maalala ninyo, di ba, meron tayong kaninang, hindi, yung 3 types, 3 major. Yung una is something about, can you do the job? The second is, will you do the job? Diba? So, will you do the job? Motivation falls on the second one. Skills falls under the can you do the job? And adaptability falls on the third category. Okay? Sige. So, let's see who is the fastest and who are our final 5. Okay? So, we have Lovely, our top, and Carl, and then we have Regina and Maria, no? So please write your name in our chat box if you are in the Zoom or in our YouTube so that we can get your name and your school, and then we can take note of your information para sa inyong gift item from the University of Mindanao. So congratulations, Lovely, no? All right, galing. So that's for our first topic. Let's proceed now to our second topic, and our speaker is now in our Zoom. Let me introduce our second speaker. He is a certified public accountant no? So mai-inspire kayo if you want to take up accountancy, no? Because he's a certified public accountant. He has also a Master's of Science in Accounting degree, no? So may masteral degree na siya. He is now pursuing his Doctor of Philosophy in Management and Organization. He's still very young. He's 33 years old, no? He's our program head for the BS Accounting Information System. And you know, when he submitted his CV, he has like a 12-page CV. So I cannot read many of his accomplishments, but I'm telling you, senior high school students at age 33, he is an accomplished person. No, he has received so many awards. He as member of many committees in various professional organizations in accounting profession. So ladies and gentlemen, to speak about BS Internal Auditing and BS Accounting Information System, let's give a virtual applause to Professor Debson Porras.
Morning, Sir Ray. Good morning, students. Can you hear me?
Yes, Deb.
Thank you, Sir Ray. So let me share my presentation. So first, we have here for the BS Internal Auditing. This is just only a short information of myself. Okay. Right. So our main topic is actually to discuss the career of the internal audit profession. Okay. So if you will choose internal auditing, so expect that this will be your.
Sir Debson, excuse me.
Yes po,
I-share
sir.
mo muna yung iyong PowerPoint. Nag-share ka
Yes,
na.
sir. By the way, okay po. Nakalimutan i-share.
Kopyahin natin itong mga...
Ayan. Alright. Makikita niyo po. Can you see now my presentation?
Okay, sige daw. I-next mo daw, Deb.
Yan, sir.
Okay, yes.
Okay. All right, so good morning once again. So I am Sir Debson Porras. I am from the College of Accounting Education. So this is my short information of myself. So actually the topic is actually to discuss the career path, okay, as well as for you to be informed or for you to know about the practice of the college when it comes to immersion, okay, for your internship in the future, okay. So I have two programs here to discuss with you. So first, allow me first to discuss the internal auditing profession. Okay. So let me start with the definition or the the information behind this internal auditing profession. Okay. So you've seen here that the profession will actually enhance and protects the organizational value. Okay. So it means that the internal auditors has this responsibility to protect, okay, and to preserve the organizational value. In what way? Of course, by having this risk-based, objective, giving of assurance, advice, and insight. Okay. In other words, through giving of valuable recommendations, the internal auditors could able to add value to the organization. Okay, so that's how very significant po yung internal auditing profession po sa isang organization. Okay, now let's continue. So you've seen here some pictures of the internal auditors. Okay. So, mga foreigners ito na mga kan, no? But seen here a one person, a woman who discusses something with sa mga colleagues po niya. So at the same time, the auditors here are discussing some trends, graphs, ratios, and you've seen also here a person who is actually thinking. Okay. So these are ito po yung ma-expect ninyo kapag if you are an internal auditor, okay? So expect that you will be discussing with your team about the auditing program, about the techniques, the strategy, okay? And also you will discuss with your team about the ratios, the trends, okay? Because your task is actually to examine, okay, the compliance of the management when it comes to their own policy, as well as it's also one of your tasks to identify whether there are weaknesses with the internal controls of the organization, okay? And if there are weaknesses, then it is one of your responsibilities as auditor that you should add, or you will provide some valuable recommendations, okay? And that valuable recommendations would be once followed or implemented by the management, then in that way you are helping the organization, okay? So yan po, ganun po katindi ang isang internal auditor, okay? So I know that in your dyan po sa high school, I think you are very familiar with accountancy, okay? But to tell you frankly right now, there are other programs. There are actually 3 programs na galing po sa accountancy, okay? And isa po ito pong internal auditing, okay? So later, yung pong dalawa po, the accounting information system as well as the management accounting, of course, i-discuss po namin yan, okay? With my co-speaker, Sir Jade Solania, okay? So these are the specific tasks, okay, of an internal auditor. So you've seen here, the first one is actually to work with management to systematically audit, okay, the system operations, okay, and address strategic needs of an organization, okay. Now take a look of this one, the giving of systematic audit system operations, okay. So ito pong systematic, of course, it came from the word system, okay? Meaning it's organized, okay? Meaning the auditor would actually provide a very systematic, a very organized system, okay, for the management to follow, okay? So expect if the system is actually systematic or if it is an organized system, of course, they expect as well that the compliance of or the effectiveness of the system is actually of high, okay? Mataas po yung compliance po niyan. Kasi nga po, it came from a systematic system, okay? So isa lamang po yan sa mga trabaho po ng isang internal auditor, okay? As well as here, the second is to work across all areas of an organization. Okay, so it means to say that if you are an internal auditor, your task, your job is not confined within the 4 areas of your office. Okay, of course you will be dealing with the other departments, with other areas of an organization. Why is that so? Because your job is to look into whether there are things to be improved within those organizations. Okay, so trabaho po ng isang internal auditor, yun pong pag-improve, okay? Pagbibigay po ng isang magandang rekomendasyon para po mapa-improve po yung organization, okay? That's why the internal auditor it needs that the internal auditor would work across all areas of an organization, okay? Now, the internal auditors as well will have this internal audit reports, okay? So ito po yung final output po ng isang internal auditor. So this report, of course, this will be presented to the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of the organization, or known as the President of the organization, and including the board, okay? Specifically the audit committee, okay? The independent body of the board of directors, okay? So what is the use of this report? Of course, the report consists of the independent viewpoint, okay, on the status of an organization, okay. So meaning if it is independent, meaning it's fair, meaning the report the content of it is actually just, it's fair, okay, and expect that there are recommendations that could improve the operations of the organization, including the compliance of the organization when it comes to their own policy, okay? So once the management would able to follow the recommendations, of course, expect that there will be what? A success, okay? And of course, yun na nga, success. Now, ano pong na-realize niyo po dito? Of course, you've realized, maybe it's nasa isipan niyo po ngayon that the internal auditors are very significant, or they have that big role in the organization. Okay? So, pag malaki ang role, of course, expect for their salary. Well, alam niyo pa yan. Okay? Later, I'll be presenting the average salary of an internal auditor. Okay, so you've seen here the jobs of the internal auditing profession. Okay? So, sa entry-level jobs po, you've seen here the junior internal audit staff, the associate consultant, up to the junior instructor. Okay? Ito po yung una pong pasukan, the entry-level jobs for the available for the BSIA graduates. Okay? So, ano pong napansin niyo? So, malaki po, maganda po ang posisyon. Okay? So, and the position itself, it talks that you have that what? Ika nga, respetohan ka, respetado ka. Okay? And then you have this credibility, because if you will take a look of those positions, okay, enumerated here, ito po'y kakaiba. Okay? Ito po'y kakaiba. Just like, for example, we have here the NBI Treasury Agent. So, meaning, sir, that if you are a BSIA graduate, then pwede ka pong magtrabaho po sa National Bureau of Investigation? Of course, yes. In fact, the one who is preferred for the NBI is actually the one who has the background for the examination and investigation. Okay? And the profession or yung kurso po na makapagbigay po ng assurance when it comes to the investigation and examination knowledge, of course, it's actually a graduate of the BS Internal Auditing. Okay? So isa po yan sa mga trabaho po na pwedeng pasukan po ng isang internal auditor. Okay? And including the bank examiner. Okay? So if you have this dream to work in a specific bank, just like, for example, in Metrobank, in Banco de Oro, or of course, the Central Bank of the Philippines, the BSP, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So, if you are a BSIA graduate, of course, you are very, very qualified to be with that, to be in that particular company. Okay? So, because you have that knowledge, okay, sufficient knowledge when it comes to examination, okay? And of course, if you want to teach, then you may teach. That's why isa po dito yung pong junior instructor, okay? Ganun po. So, there's no need for you to have that the license of being a professional teacher, okay? Kailangan lamang po that you have that master's degree, and of course, later, explain ko po yung international certification. Kailangan po yan pag gusto niyo po magturo. Okay? And of course, we have here the middle level position. So the senior internal audit manager and the up to the senior auditor. So including the state auditor 5. Ito po yung sa Commission on Audit. Okay? COA. Okay? So if you want to work with COA, okay, or in COA, then you are very qualified as well because you have this background about auditing. That's why you can have this position, the State Auditor 5, as well as the lead consultant, the managing consultant. So take a look of this consultant. You are giving valuable advice or recommendations to a specific organization, and then the management follows your advice. So is it not very good? Is it not that you will feel very satisfied because your advice, your recommendations were being followed by the management of the organization? Okay? So, di ba? It will boost your confidence. Okay? So, maganda yan. Magandang experience if you have this consultancy work. Okay? And of course, for the advanced positions, so we have here the partner of advisory, okay? You could be a principal, okay? Pwede ring chief risk officer up to being a dean of a specific college, particularly for the College of Accounting Education. So you're qualified as well to be a dean, as well as to be the vice president for academic affairs, okay? and including the associate commissioner or assistant commissioner. This is for the COA, the Bureau of Internal Revenue, the including the Department of Finance. Okay, you can be a secretary, of course, because you're qualified of the Department of Finance because you have this sufficient background when it comes to business, particularly when it comes to auditing. Okay, so including finance. Okay, so you are very qualified for that. Okay, so these are the positions available if you will choose BS Internal Auditing. Okay, now ito po yung certification. Okay, so I know that yun pong alam po natin way back in high school, junior high school, or even in senior high school is only the title of being a certified public accountant. Okay? Well, ako nga, even in high school, yung nasa high school pa ako, ang alam ko lang din ay CPA. Okay? And hindi rin na-share ito ng brother ko because my brother is also a CPA, a graduate of the University of Mindanao. Now, itong CIA, wala po akong alam when it comes to this certification. Well, you are very lucky that I have that you will know at your ika nga sa level niyo po ngayon, that senior high school graduate, di ba? Pag-graduate pa kayo ng senior high, na meron na kayong alam when it comes to CIA. Okay? So what is the CIA? This is the International Professional Qualification for Internal Auditors. Okay, so take note, it's international. So meaning to say, all over the world, okay, kahit saan ka po sa mundong ito, kung gusto mo sa Alaska, if you want to go to Canada, to Australia, to New Zealand, to Singapore, or in Japan, of course, you are recognized because you have this international professional qualification. Okay, and ang nagbibigay po nito ay ito pong Institute of Internal Auditors. Okay? So kung yung CPA po, yan po sa accountancy, yung internal auditing naman po, meron pong certified internal auditor. Okay? And the good thing with this CIA, this is international. Okay? Meaning you can able to practice, you can shout to the world that I'm having the CIA. Okay? And I am qualified. Okay? And I am you can apply for a job in Canada, in Saudi, because you have this CIA qualification, CIA certification. Okay? So ganun po katindi ang sang CIA. Okay? Now, ano ba ang pinapahiwatig? Okay? Kung meron kang CIA. Well, the CIA just showcase or demonstrates your competence, your skills and experience when it comes to conducting auditing. Okay? So meaning to say, if you have this CIA certification, meaning you've been certified. Okay? You've been certified. Meaning to say, ikaw po ay binibigyan ng garantiya. Okay? You can provide guarantee to the public that you are very knowledgeable. You have this competence when it comes to auditing. Okay? So ganun po ang CIA. Now, if you have the CIA title, then expect that tataas po yung sweldo mo, particularly your earning potential. Okay? And expect that there will be new job opportunities. Okay? And expect as well that there will be job security, and your skills and abilities will be valued because you are having the CIA title. And of course, expect that there will be more respect and admiration to yourself, okay? Because you are a CIA, okay? So ganun po. And talking about the average salary, okay? So ito po sa Pilipinas, okay? So sa entry level po ito ha, pag meron kang CIA sa entry level, expect that you are having this salary, 649,000 pesos per year or per annum. So if you will divide that into 13, including the 13th month pay, assuming walang mga benefits, okay? For example lang. So 649 divided by 13, It's actually 49,023. So more or less, you're earning 40,000 pesos and above. Okay? So basic pa lang, entry level pa lang yan. Okay? How much more if you gain more experience, okay, when it comes to auditing? So expect that tataas po ang sweldo mo. And the good thing with this, since this is international certification, kung nasa abroad ka po, so you know the range, the salary range there in abroad, it's almost, it's about 200,000 pesos per month. Okay? So if you will multiply that to 12 months, so more or less, it's more. Di ba? It's more. Napakalaki po. Okay? Napakalaki. So kayo na magkwenta. Napakalaki talaga. Okay? So, so you've seen here our model. Okay? Ito po yung produkto po namin. Okay? Ito po si Mr. Glenn Daguok and Miss Jen Posas. Okay? Si Mr. Glenn Daguok po ay isang certified public accountant, a graduate of the University of Mindanao. In fact, is one of my students, including Miss Jen Posas. Estudyante ko rin po ito. Okay? Right now, si Mr. Glenn po ay andun po sa Saudi. Okay? Siya po ay isang senior internal auditor. So take note, senior. Take a look of the face of this person. Senior ba yan? Napaka-bata pa niyan. Tapos having a senior internal auditor position. Di ba? Napakalaki ng kanyang position tapos napakabata pa niya. So ano kayang reason? It's because that meron po siyang international certification. Okay? Yun pong pagiging CPA po niya ay hindi po yun enough. Okay? Hindi po yun enough. Particularly andun siya sa Saudi eh. Okay? That's why dinagdagan niya po ng CIA certification because he is specializing auditing. So if you are specializing auditing, particularly internal auditing, then it is imperative upon you that you need to have this international certification, the CIA. Okay? Now, the next, ito po si Miss Jen Posas. Okay? Siya po ay isang Junior Assistant Manager 2. Okay? Napakabata. Kung ako po ay 33 years old, so estimate ko lang mga nasa 28 ito or 27. Okay? Itong dalawa actually. So napakabata, but if you will take a look of their positions, di ba? Napakayaman ng kanilang posisyon. So napakalaki ng posisyon. So it means to say, malaki po ang sweldo. Okay? CPA at the same time CISA, si Miss Jen Posas. So later, explain ko po sa inyo yung Certified Information System Auditor. Under po yon sa BS Accounting Information System. Okay? Now, right? So, ang BSIA program po, of course, ito po yung programa that will give you knowledge about internal auditing as well as to train your professional skills and to teach about professional values. Okay, particularly the values honored or yun pong ginakip po ng internal auditing profession. Okay, right. Let's continue. So ito po yung internship. Well, let me inform you that ito pong kursong ito ay bago. Okay, so nasa third year pa po ngayon as of now. Okay, third year pa po yung mga estudyante namin. So, as of today, wala pa pong naka-experience o naka-enroll po ng internship po sa BSIA. However, kasi nga pang fourth year po ito. However, we have already the procedures, the policy, okay? The means kung ano pong gagawin po ng mga estudyante pagdating po sa internship. Okay? So, of course, by following the CMO of CHED, so kailangan po ng isang estudyante na meron pong 400 hours of mentored practical experience. Okay? So, ito po galing po sa HEI. Okay? Yun po yung papasukan po niya, the employer. Okay? Yan po yung mag-train po sa kanila. Okay? So, if you are a BSIA student, so of course, you will be trained as internal auditor. Okay? So you will be working with an internal audit department of what? Like for example, San Miguel Corporation, the BDO, the Metro Bank, the University of Mindanao. Okay? Name it. Okay? Ito mga big companies natin, they have meron po yan silang internal audit department. Okay? So the students there could gain experience and could have matututo po sila kung ano po yung trabaho po ng isang internal auditor doon po sa internal audit department na yon. Okay? So di ba, it's very napakagandang experience po na you will be working, estudyante ka pa, you are working, okay? At the same time, you're learning, and at the same time, you're earning. Okay? Kasi nga po, some of the companies there, magbibigay po yan ng allowance. Okay? So, it's a good experience. Okay? So, hindi ka pa graduate, but you are already working doon po sa isang big company. Okay? Ganun po. And of course, to be specific, okay? So if you're having your experience already, your internal auditing internship experience already, of course, this will be taken together with the internal auditing research. Okay? So expect that you will be conducting research. Why? Why is that so? Because in the University of Mindanao, we are producing graduates that are very competitive. In fact, it's globally competitive. So if you say globally competitive, it means to say that our students here, our graduates here, are very capable in doing research. Okay? You know, research is very important. Just like, for example, today, di ba? COVID-19. Wala pong bakuna kung hindi po yan dumaan sa isang extensive research. Okay? Comprehensive research. So, it's one nagiging trend na yan sa mundo that we cannot able to improve our lives without having research. Okay? So, expect that if you are a BSIA graduate, you are capable of, or you have the ability to do research. Okay? So, ganun po. So, of course, mga specific na yan, memorandum agreement with the industry partner. Okay? So ganun po. Why is that so? Bakit kailangan po ng MOA? Because kailangan po ng protection. Okay? Kayo po mismo, kailangan po protektado. Okay? So ayaw po namin sa University of Mindanao that you will be abused by the industry partner. Okay? Kailangan po klaro, and kailangan as well that yun pong ipapatrabaho po sa inyo ay talagang swak po sa kurso niyo po. Okay? Hindi po pwede na you are a BSIA graduate and BSIA student, and yet your job there is just only you are typing, you're encoding, or taga-timpla ng kape, or taga-file. Of course, ayaw po namin ng ganun. Why? Because we want to make sure that our graduates really possess the basic competence of being a BSIA graduate, of being an internal auditor. Okay? Ganun po. Ganun po. So, of course, the college will choose among the industry partners, or will choose partners in Davao City or in the Region 11 kung sino po yung qualified, sino po yung meron pong commitment to teach you about the internal auditing profession. Okay? So, ganun po. So, let me continue my slide. Oh, parang naghang. Okay. Wait lang. Okay, sandali lang ha. Medyo parang naghang. Okay. Oh, right. So you've seen there ito po yung mga ginagawa po ng mga estudyante po namin here in the University of Mindanao. Well, for the information of everybody, of everyone that we have here, we have already an organization for our BSIA students, okay? And we call it the Young Internal Auditors Society, okay? This is an academic organization for internal auditing students. Of course, the very purpose of this will serves as a support group, okay, for the college for the college to ensure the achievement of the competencies, okay, for basic competencies necessary for internal auditors, okay, as well as the organization would serve as a an avenue for exposure of our internal auditing students. Okay, so you've seen there yung po mga Gmeet, yung po mga Zoom or webinar. Okay, so in fact we are inviting guest speakers from abroad. Okay, abroad, as well as guest speaker from the IIA Philippines, the Institute of Internal Auditors Philippines. Okay, and of course the very reason for that, because we want to expose our students about the latest trend when it comes to internal auditing, and of course we want to expose our students about the yung po mga successful internal auditors in the country as well as in abroad. Okay, so ganun po. Right, you've seen there as well Mr. Glenn Dagoop, okay, conducting a seminar for our internal audit students. Okay, he's actually from Saudi Arabia. Okay, taga Saudi po yan siya ngayon. Okay, and he's actually very committed to share his knowledge about internal auditing sa atin po. Okay, so ganun po yan. Okay. Okay, I think that's the end of my presentation for the BSIA. So let me continue my discussion to the BSIA program. Okay, right, right, BSIAAS. Okay, right. All right. So let me discuss the concept or the information behind this BSAIS. Okay? Para po mas madali pong maintindihan. Ganito po. Just add IT in accounting. Okay? Information technology. Saan na yun? Wait lang. Parang nawala. Okay, wait lang ha. Parang loading lang. Okay? Hintayin na muna natin ha. Nasaan na yun? Okay. Just wait for a while. Anyway, to make it very simple, you know information technology, right? Okay. So the concept about information technology plus accounting and auditing, we combined all of those, and the output of that is actually the BSAIS. Okay? Meaning to say, to make it very simple, if you're a graduate of this program, meaning you are very qualified or you are competent to do AIS work. Okay? Meaning, meron ka pong alam when it comes to IT plus accounting. So you can able to do or to create an accounting software, okay, or an auditing software, okay. So to improve the operations of an organization, okay. So ganun po ang isang BSAIS graduate, okay. Now, all right. So that's why it combines knowledge in business, accounting, and computer systems. Okay. So, well, speaking of IT, you know the trend today. Okay. If you have the knowledge when it comes to IT, then you have the edge. Okay. Meron ka pong ika nga alas. Meron kang baraha dyan. Okay. Na you can palagi kang meron pan pantapat sa ibang profession. Okay? And the best pantapat for the other profession is your knowledge about information technology. Okay? So you can design an accounting information system, okay, for the improvement of the system of the operations. So expect malaki pong sweldo nito. Okay? So you've seen there in this particular slide, ito pong mga ginagawa as well ng isang AIS graduate. Okay? Well, ganito po. Since bagong kurso po ito, okay? By the way, the question is, Sir, bakit lumabas itong kursong ito? Bakit? Well, it's actually to cater the need of the industry. Particularly doon po sa need po sa information technology. Okay? You know, it's very costly for the company, okay, to hire an IT graduate at the same time an accountancy graduate. Okay? Why not hire a specific person or one person who is very knowledgeable with information technology plus accounting? So you can the company can able to save cost, okay? And of course, sayo po being an expert when it comes to IT and accounting, of course, maganda rin ang effect sa'yo because mas malaki ang sweldo mo. Okay? And of course, it boosts your morale as well, your confidence because you're very knowledgeable with IT and accounting. Okay? So, ito po ay swak po sa kailangan po ng industry po today. Okay? Itong AIS. Now, let me continue my slide. Next slide. All right. Yan po, mga taong behind, these are the people from ISACA. Okay, ISACA. ISACA is the international organization for the IT experts and accounting experts. Okay, so ito po ay Information Systems and Controls Association. Okay, this is a specific group for IT and accounting experts. Okay, so it's an international organization as well. Okay, so if you're a graduate of BSAIS, then ito po yung organization po ng mga graduates po ng program na ito. Okay? So these are the job opportunities available for the AIS program. So you've seen there, it's almost the same with BSIA. Okay, why is that so? Because sister company, kung ika nga, okay, sister na kurso, pero mag-differ po dito sa higher positions because the inclination of the job of the IAS is gears towards accounting information system. While the internal auditing, it's the generic internal auditing or the general internal auditing. So AIS is specific to accounting information system. Just like for example, gusto mo maging IT auditor, okay? Gusto mo maging expert in conducting audit when it comes to information system, then this is your program. Okay? Ito po yung kurso po ninyo dapat. Okay? All right. So it's almost the same with the BSIA. Again, your track is to go to the accounting information system. Right? And you observe as well that the yun pong OJT experience, it's actually the same with BSIA. Yun lang pong kaibahan is that you will be going to the IT companies, okay, to do or to expose yourself about programming, about information technology, about data analytics, okay, about designing an audit or accounting software, okay. So yun po ang papuntahan yun, okay. So in Davao City, so you've observed that meron na pong lalabas dito sa Davao na IT Park, okay. So yan po ang pupuntahan ninyo, or you will be mentored with accounting and IT experts for the big companies in Davao City, okay? And of course, kung meron namang mag-offer po sa, just like for example, the companies in Cebu, yung pong IT companies in Cebu, yung po sa IT Park, doon po sa Osmeña, of course, pwede rin po pupunta doon, or in Manila or in NCR, okay, for those big time companies na mag-offer po sa inyo ng trabaho while you are a student, okay? So it's the same with the BSIA. All right. Yan. Let me share. Okay, you've seen there a certificate of recognition coming from ISACA. Again, we have also an organization for our BSAIS students here, and we call it the Supreme Society of AIS Students. Okay, it's also recognized by our OSA, the Office of Student Affairs, and the very purpose of this organization is again to be a support group for our students. Okay, for the in order to achieve the vision, mission, and goals of the college. Okay? So ganun po, including the VMV, the values na gusto po ng University of Mindanao. Okay? So you've seen there a certificate of recognition coming from ISACA that the student organization is actually a recognized ISACA organization. Okay? So let me inform you that we are the second school recognized by ISACA all over the Philippines. Okay? So, ikalawa po tayo. Diba? It's a very good achievement that the University of Mindanao BSAIS program have or had this recognition coming from ISACA. Okay? So, since we are already recognized by ISACA, then we have a plan to change the name of the group into ISACA, Junior ISACA Group. Okay? So, we want to have that name ito pong ISACA, okay, because we are already recognized. Okay, so our students, our officers are very active when it comes to conducting seminars. In fact, we've conducted IT-related controls over bank processes. Kinandak po ito ni Miss Jen Posas, yung pong galing po sa BDO. By the way, Miss Jen Posas is also our part-time accounting teacher, okay, AAS teacher from NCR, okay, di ba? From NCR, okay, and we have also some seminars and workshops from ISACA, ito pong sa Academe Summit, okay. So in other words, if you are in BSAIS, expect that you will be exposed with the latest trends all over the world about IT, about accounting and information system. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for your time and for your cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sir Horace. Okay, so on to our next speaker. Okay, hold on. Our next speaker is also a certified public accountant, no? He's a graduate of Master in Business Administration, and just like Sir Poras, he also submitted a 12-page resume. So, but I'd like to say that he is also very young, and as in his age, he has accomplished a lot. No, he received so many awards. He's a member of many various professional organizations, and in fact, he is an active internal quality auditor of our university, of our organization. Ladies and gentlemen, students, senior high school students, let's give a virtual applause to our next speaker. And he's going to share about BS Accountancy and BS Management Accounting, Professor Jade Solania.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, let me share my slide. Right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Once again, welcome to this Immersion webinar. No, Sir Devson earlier discussed the two specific programs under the College of Accounting Education. Somehow these programs are mga breakaways from the original BS Accountancy program. Okay, so currently we have four programs under the College of Accounting Education of the university. Sir Poras earlier mentioned the two programs. So this time, I will be discussing the BS Accountancy and the BS Management Accounting program. Okay, so in the course of this webinar, we will be discussing the following. We have the BS Accountancy program, the BS Management Accounting, the different certifications and licensure examination, the careers, opportunities, occupations, and the College of Accounting Education and the relevance of the OJT or the internship training, to our students. Okay, so to start with, the Bachelor of Science in Accountancy or the BS in Accountancy program provides general accounting education to students wanting to pursue a professional career in accountancy in general and in public accounting in particular. Specifically, the BS in Accountancy program in particular is most geared or aligned towards providing services to the general public. So that's more on the public practice, okay? Wherein, as a field of study, professionals in the accountancy program provide assurance and audit services, okay? So we give opinions on the financial statements prepared by another professional, okay, following statutory financial reporting framework or standards. So these professionals prepare financial statements following the Philippine accounting standards as well as the Philippine financial reporting standards. On the other hand, we as professionals or certified public accountants, we audit these financial statements and we give opinion or assurance on these financial statements. Okay, that's just one of the many services that professional accountants in public practice perform. Aside from this, we also provide tax-related services. So we compute tax payments, we perform or process tax payments for our clients. We also provide management advisory services that aids in decision making of the management. So this could be an internal aspect or an external perspective or consulting activity made by a certified public accountant. Aside from this, an accountant also plans and performs control systems. No, as what I have said earlier, the other three programs of the college are somehow mga breakaways from the BS accountancy. So those are more specific. But BS accountancy program in general can perform all of these other services that these other programs are offering. At the same time, we also provide expertise in financial reporting and control to assist various stakeholders in making decisions. That's the primary reason naman why why professional accountants are there, to provide information that will be of value to our internal and external users. Okay, so the strategic relevance of accountancy is represented by its ability to support the various stakeholders. So I have said earlier, we have internal and external users. Our external users would include the regulatory bodies. So we have the BIR, we also have the Securities and Exchange Commission. We also provide information to potential investors to help them make wise decisions as to what investments to take into, creditors to help them make decisions whether they would allow borrowers to borrow money from them, management and employees to determine the operational performance of the entity. So in taking strategic and operating decisions through the presentation and analysis of financial data and information arising from business transactions. Okay. Now the program goals, these are the program goals as mentioned in the CMO, no? So number one is to produce competent and ethical professional accountants capable of making a positive contribution over their lifetime to the profession and society in which they work. So as a college, we make sure that these program goals are being addressed, no? Okay. Aside from that, the program should also provide a foundation of professional knowledge, professional skills, and professional values, ethics, and attitudes that enable them to continue to learn and adapt to change throughout their lives. So we provide a holistic understanding and practice and application of the program, okay, because we believe that as a program, the BS Accountancy, as I said earlier, provides services not only to its external users, but to external users as well. So to help to develop these types of people, we have aligned our program, okay, our curriculum with the program goals as mentioned by the CMO in the CMO, and at the same time, the activities and the competencies of the internship program under our college. Okay. Now, what are the careers, the occupations, and the job opportunities of a professional accountant? So after graduation, or if you graduate after your graduation, a professional accountant kasi can enter or participate into 4 sectors, in the industry. So first, we have the public practice, wherein you will serve the public. Okay, you will provide the public's interest. You will provide information and opinion that will be of help, not to these different external users. Number two, you may participate in the commerce and industry. So you may be hired by private companies, small and big corporations. You may also join the government, and you may also join the academe. So as entry level, you may be a junior analyst or a consulting staff in the public practice. If, for example, you will be in the commerce and industry, you may take the position of a cost analyst, an investment analyst, accountancy staff, a tax accounting staff, a financial analyst, budget analyst, credit analyst, or a cost accountant. If you intend to work in the government, you may take the position of the state accounting examiner, an NBI agent, a treasury agent, state accountant, LGU accountant, revenue officer, audit examiner, budget officer, or financial services specialist. In the academe, on the other hand, you may join our workforce as a junior accounting instructor. Now, as you progress, we also understand that there should also be progression in your career. So as a professional accountant, there is an alignment of our career. As you progress in your careers as a mid-level professional, you may be promoted, or you may take the position of a senior consulting manager in the public practice, in the commerce and industry, the controller, senior information systems auditor, senior budget officer. If in the government, you may be a state accountant 5, a director 3, director 4, financial services manager, senior auditor, or in the education, you may be a senior faculty or an accounting department chair or a program chair. For the advanced positions, you may be a partner or a senior partner or a senior consultant if you are interested to join the public practice. For commerce and industry, we have the finance director or the CFO or the CIO or chief information officer. For the government, you may be a national treasurer, vice president for finance, or the chief financial officer for the government-owned and controlled corporations, or the GOCCs. You can be a commissioner, an associate commissioner, or assistant commissioner of the Commission on Audit, the Bureau of Internal Revenue, and the Bureau of Customs. Or if you intend to join the academe, the highest position or the most advanced positions for you are the Vice President for Academic Affairs and the Dean. Okay? On the other hand, so that's for the BS Accountancy program. Later on, I will give you the similarities and the differences of these two programs, because these two are particularly more on preparation of information and providing this information that would eventually help managers make their decisions. So for the BSMA program, it's a field of study. It's a profession that involves partnering in management decision making, devising planning and performance management systems, providing expertise in financial reporting and control to assist management in the formulation and implementation of an organization's strategy. So you are more, or management accountants are more into providing strategic advices, okay, that will be of help in the internal management decision-making activity. At the same time, as a management accounting, you will be preparing information that will be of help in performance management systems. Also, as a management accounting, you are part of a cross-functional team, no? So by working across functions, management accountants understand the links between operational activity, financial resource generation and consumption, and value generation and preservation. Okay? So, as a professional accountant or as a management accountant, they are expected to perform a role in supporting organizational performance through creating plans and monitoring execution. And the strategic relevance of management accounting is represented by its ability to support the management in taking strategic decisions, which include the definition of the organizational strategy. So the management accountant's purpose is more on the strategic aspect, no, of the business. Again, making or preparing information that will be of help in understanding the organizational development, organizational performance, and improvement, no, of the division or the organization. Okay? So the program goal of this program, according to the CMO, is to produce competent and ethical professional accountants capable of making a positive contribution over their lifetimes to the profession and society in which they work. Okay. So if you notice, professional accountants and management accountants, even internal auditors and accounting information systems professionals have almost the same careers, occupations, and job opportunities. Because as I have said earlier, no, these are somehow programs that are breakaways from our BS accountancy program. So they can perform or they can take the different positions that are also taken by these other professionals. Okay, but the thing is that they are more specialized, or these programs are more specialized in their work or nature. Okay, so again, they have the same for management accountants. They have the same positions for entry level, no, in the different four sectors: the public practice, commerce and industry, the government, education, the mid-level positions as well, and the advanced positions. They have somehow the same occupations, careers, and job opportunities. Okay. Now, what are the similarities and differences? Somehow, these are just some of the similarities and differences of these two programs. Okay. First, let us have the similarities. First is that both graduates or graduates of both programs have the same job opportunities. Okay. Because before, no, before we had these three new programs, we only had accountancy, and management accounting was a different program under the business college, no, or school. So accountancy program used to have the different opportunities intended even for general, no, and specific nature or functions of work. Now that we have specialized the different programs, functions, so we have created these different programs. So BS accountancy and management accounting, again, are capable of handling the same positions together, no, or both can handle the same positions. Aside from this similarity, both programs intend to enhance decision-making skills of the users of this information. Okay, as I have said earlier, they prepare information that will be of value to the different users. Both programs can prepare tax-related services. Both programs can also provide consulting services. Accountancy program on the accounting system, on the financial reporting standard requirements. The management accounting program, on the other hand, focuses mainly on the pwede rin yung accounting system, but more on the organizational system, no, of the business. The differences, on the other hand, tend to be on these three aspects. Number one, the focus. The focus of the BS accountancy program is more on the financial reporting. But for the BS management accounting, it's more on the internal reporting, which leads us to the second difference, the users or the clients. The clients or the users of financial reports are normally internal and external users. Okay, external, which could either be for audit, no, and other assurance services. On the other hand, the BS management accounting program or graduates clients are also internal and more on internal, but the external aspect there is more on the consulting activity. Okay. Next would be the third one is on the licensure for and certification. In the Philippines, for professional accountants or Bachelor of Science in Accountancy graduates, they may take the CPA licensure examination that is normally given by the PRC, no? The Professional Regulation Commission, okay? Under the Board of Accountancy. So this is a board program in the Philippines, Certified Public Accountant. On the other hand, the Certified Management Accountant is not a licensure exam. It's not given or conducted by the PRC, but it is conducted by an international accredited organization to conduct exams, no, by the International Institute of Management Accountants. Meaning, the certified public accountant is a recognized professional that performs professional accounting services in the Philippines. A certified management accountant is an international certification, okay, provided by the Institute of Management Accountants. Although there's an independent examiner, no, who performs or conducts the exams for the CMA examination. So here in the Philippines, CPAs are recognized, no, as professional accountants. But when they go abroad, no, they may not or they cannot claim that they are CPAs in other countries. Okay, because these other countries have also other regulatory bodies that provide or conduct examinations for certified public accountants. Okay, like for example, if you are a CPA here in the Philippines and you want to exercise your profession in the US, you cannot exercise your profession in the US without taking their CPA examination in the US. Okay? On the other hand, if you are a certified management accountant in the Philippines, if you go abroad, you can still exercise your profession as a certified management accountant because the certified management accountant is an international certification. Whereas a certified public accountant is a local regulated profession and exam. Okay, so I think that's more of a difference now. Now we can now say that there really is now a difference between the BS Accountancy program and the BS in Management Accounting program. Okay, now moving on. The College of Accounting Education, as I have said earlier, houses these four programs: the Accountancy, Accounting Information Systems, Internal Audit, and the Management Accounting program. The BS Accountancy, now this is for the information of everybody, is a level 4 accredited accountancy program. The first level 4 accredited, PACOCOA accredited program in the Davao region. Okay. Aside from that, the BS Accountancy program is a center of development by CHED. Okay, one of only 3 schools in the entire Philippines to be granted as a center of development. Okay, together with the De La Salle University and University of San Jose Recoletos in Cebu. Okay, so again, isa tayo sa tatlong mga na-recognize na center of development or excellence by CHED in the entire Philippines, yung ating BS Accountancy program. Because, as I have said, no, matured naman din talaga yung ating program, yung ating profession, unlike the 3 new programs that we have. Okay? So with this, it is important that we somehow give recognition, no, to our faculty members because these faculty members help in shaping our students. At the same time, they also participate big time in the recognition that the college and the programs are receiving. So currently, we have 40 faculty members. 17 are full-time, 23 are part-time. We have 5 doctors. We have 17 MBA and MSA professors. We have 11 professors who are ongoing BBA and PhD. We have 11 professors who are ongoing MBA, MSA, and their law. We have 5 lawyers and 13 faculty members that are currently connected with the government, like the National Irrigation Administration, Securities and Exchange Commission, Department of Interior and Local Government, Commission on Audit, Anti-Red Tape Authority, Department of Education, and in commerce and industry, specifically in the financial services, accounting, law firm, and other private companies. Okay, so our college has these three program educational outcomes. This is what we want you to be within 3 to 5 years after you graduate. No, we want you to engage in the field of accounting or entrepreneurial undertaking that provides employment in the community. At the same time, we would want that you help and build and sustain a successful career in accounting through participation or involvement in continuing professional development programs of the profession, or pursue advanced studies in other related areas of specialization. You may want to take up master's degrees or take another certification, no? Baka kasi pwede naman din kasi, no, na lagyan din natin ng additional certifications yung inyong pangalan. Like for example, halimbawa ako, JD Solania, CPA, CIA, CMA, di ba? Baka pwedeng ganon, no? So you may take other certifications, international certifications. And lastly, show leadership and ethical responsibility in the practice of profession or in the community. And how do we do this? Okay, so we do this, okay, by aligning our curriculum and at the same time strengthening our internship through our internship competencies, which would eventually address the different program goals as mentioned in the CMOs, thereby enabling you as our graduates or students and graduates to take certification and eventually apply these learnings, knowledge, and certifications into your profession or work. So there should be an alignment, no, of these 4 different items, no, as certification and profession or work as our outcome. Okay. Again, as I've said, our program in the College of Accounting Education intends to align these different aspects so that eventually our outcomes will be attained by our students. Okay. So for our internship, for the past few years, ito yung aming internship. Kasi currently, competencies. Kasi currently, wala pa kaming interns na sa mga new programs. So ito yung internship competencies namin of our previous batches, no? Number 1, we make sure that our interns are able to do bookkeeping tasks, meaning they should be able to journalize, post transactions, prepare trial balance, worksheet, and financial statements. And they do that whenever they are deployed, no, to these different post-training establishments. Also, we make sure that our interns are able to determine or compute correct taxes and fill up EBIR forms. Also, there are many instances that their knowledge in audit is being exhibited, especially during audit season. Also, we intend for our interns to demonstrate skills in processing business permits and other documents to government agencies. That's why we allow our host training establishment to send our interns to the different government agencies to process business permits and other documents to pay for taxes. No? So our interns get to experience the actual work of professional accountants. Use technology expected of an entry level in accounting profession and file documents and do other clerical jobs. Okay, so these are the internship competencies that are addressed during our internship. Now, aside from these competencies, it is vital, as we have discussed earlier, diba, that graduates should possess ethics or correct, right manners, good manners, and right conduct. So with this, we ensure that the following values and skills are also exhibited by our students: professionalism, job maturity, communication skills, productivity, leadership, and the 4 core values of the University of Mindanao: excellence, honesty and integrity, innovation, and teamwork. And this is to inform everyone that for the past few years, we have excelled in all of these different competencies attaining the values and skills set by the management. We have go beyond the threshold set by the management for our internship. Okay, so we were able to provide very satisfactory and outstanding performance in all of these aspects. Okay, now currently our host training establishments, these establishments where we send our interns to, we have 97 of them, no? 50 are accounting firms. We have 11 cooperatives and 36 from the other industries. So you may know some of these establishments, no? Ito yung aming mga establishments where we send our interns into. Again, to get to experience the actual internship, the actual work experience expected of an accounting professional. Okay? So madami-dami sila. And we are still adding more post-training establishments. Because when our interns or the new programs, interns will now be deployed, there will be a requirement, or there's a requirement of 400 hours na internship or OJT. So it is important that we have enough post-training establishments so para mapadalahan ng aming mga interns. And also, some of these establishments are also ISO certified, and they have only linked with the University of Mindanao because that's one of the perks, no, somehow of being an ISO certified organization. You tend to get services from other ISO certified organizations as well. Okay? So what do we do in OJT here in the College of Accounting Education here in UM? First, we deploy them. Okay? We allow them to choose which HTE they would want to participate into. And then from there, we schedule their deployment. We deploy them. That means I go with them, no, and deploy them to their different respective HTEs. It's not that these students will just go to their HTEs, but they are attended. The OJT coordinators also participate in the deployment. Our students are also undertaking or participating in the different seminars of the college. Okay, so we want to develop them holistically. That's why we have different life skills and knowledge topic seminars. So we have, for example, we have the 7 habits of highly effective people. We have sexual harassment seminars. We have labor law seminars. We have business etiquette seminars. We have government finance seminars wherein we invite speakers from different government agencies to discuss topics with regards to government accounting. Okay, so those are just some of the seminars that we give and conduct to our OJT students. And mind you, participants, these intern students, they are also the ones who are doing the planning, budgeting, and performing or facilitating the seminars. Okay, so they also do the invitation of the different speakers. Okay, so these different interns are given topics, no, for them to create or to facilitate the seminar. Lastly, they hold a panag-ambit or a culmination. That's the end of their internship journey with the different post-training establishment supervisors and the interns, as well as some of the officers of the university. Okay, so before I end this topic, no, let me show you a video or videos of the seminars and the actual work experiences of our interns during their deployment in their host training establishment.
for the seminars of these interns. So this time I'll be sharing to you uh, their actual work experience in their respective HTEs. Right. Thank you. So I think that ends my discussion for this morning. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Sir Jade. For sure, our students who are attending our immersion program today are excited, no, to proceed to the programs that you have mentioned for Sir Poras and Sir Jade. And for our students, if you have questions, you can type your questions. We still have time anyway. You can type your questions in our chat box for those who are in our Zoom. And for those who are watching in our YouTube channel, then you can also type your questions in our YouTube channel. And while waiting for the questions, then let's proceed to the second round of our quiz. So get ready with your cell phone, with your gadget, and you go back to www.menti.com for the quiz. And may I request the students that when you write your name in your menti.com, you write your name and your school, no, so that it will be easy for us to record whoever are our top 5 for our second round. Sige. So, okay. Now we're showing the code number for our next round of quiz. The code number is 78480470. All right, so we're waiting for players. Mhm. There you go. Bilis, no? Ayan. Okay. And we are also requesting students, no? I have sent the link for the survey form here in the chat box in Zoom and in our YouTube channel. Please fill out the survey form so that we can send you the e-certificate. No? So when you respond to our survey form, that will serve as our basis in sending you the e-certificate. All right. So this is equivalent to 3 hours for your immersion program. Okay, so we have like 22. We hope to reach 30, no? We're still waiting for those who are in our YouTube channel. There's like 6 minutes delay in the YouTube, so we're waiting for our students in our YouTube channel so that we can start our next round of quiz. Okay. All right. 4, 3, 2, and one more player. Okay, there you go. So we have reached the number, and even we have even surpassed, no, 30. So we can start the quiz. Ayan. So answer fast to get more points. The faster. If BS Accountancy is to CPA, the BS Management Accountant is to, ayan. Ang tawag doon, analogy, no? Analogy na quiz. Okay. So time is up. The answer is Certified Management Accountant. Okay, so we have 29 who got the correct answer. Let's find out who is leading in that round. We have Grace from Marinol of Lupon. We were there in Lupon, no? Okay. And then Regine of MSU, General Santos, Kayan of MS, saan kaya yung L? Siguro Lupon din siguro yan. No? SBC. Okay. Proceed to our second question. Here we go. The College of Accounting Education of UM has how many programs? Ilan kaya yun? Okay. The correct answer is 4. And we have 21 who got it right. So let's see. So we have 4 programs. No? Regine is leading from MSU. No. Carl Joshua of Davao City National High School, followed by Lunday of Davao Doctors College, and Kimberly of Sulok. Ayan. So we have 3 questions left. Kaya pa habulin. No? All of the following are job opportunities for fresh graduates of BS Accountancy and Management Accounting except ano yung mga pwedeng trabaho ng BS Accountancy and Management Accounting except for one na hindi pwede. Pwede ata NBI agent. Oh, di ba? Pwede. Sabi ko, Chief Information Officer. Okay. So there are 12. You see, ang daming nadali doon ha. 22 ang nadali. So 12 got it right. So let's see who are our leaders after that question. Sige. Meron ba tayong bagong leader? Okay. So we have Kimberly again of Sulop. Aimee, Lahoy-Lahoy, and Kiana. Nadali sila doon no? Kasi nagsagot sila ng NBI. Pwede kasi di ba maalala mo may palabas noon about an accountant. Nakalimutan ko ang title noon no? Ano yun, Sir Jade, maalala mo yung palabas about accountant siya tapos parang investigator siya. Anong tawag doon, no? May
The
movie.
accountant, sir.
The Accountant ang title. Okay. So, yung The Accountant parang investigator ang dating niya, 'di ba? So, may mga ganon. Okay. So, pwede ka sa NBI. Fourth question. This is a profession that combines knowledge in business, accounting, and computer systems. Ayan. And the correct answer is Accounting Information System. So we have 22 and then we have 11, 15 na nagkamali, no? 22, Accounting Information System, Business, Accounting, and Computer System. Okay. So let's see. Sino ating leaderboard? Sino ating nangunguna? Nag-enjoy ba kayo sa ating quiz? Baka sa quiz lang kayo nag-enjoy ha. We have Aimee. Aimee dislodged yung mga nangunguna kanina, followed by Kiana, Juliana, Queenie, and Kimberly. Okay, so on to our last question. And we will find out who are our top 5 who will receive a gift items from the University of Mindanao. Certification that indicates the auditor's competence, skills, and competence to perform auditing procedures. Ayan. So, CPA, MSA, CISA, CIA. Okay. And the correct answer is CIA. Isip ko pa naman hindi CIA. Hindi kasi ako nakikinig the entire. So we have 21 who got it right. 13 ang nagkamali, no? So ano nga yung CIA? Ano nga yung CIA, Sir Jade? Certified
Internal Auditor, sir.
Certified Internal Auditor. Okay, sige. So let's find out who are our final 5 after this round. And we have Juliana from Philippine Women's College. Okay. Then followed by Queenie of MS Lupon, Marinol School of Lupon, no? From Davao City National High School, we have Kiana.
Then Kimberly.
And then we have Kimberly of Sulup National High School. And then another one, Justin ba, of Marinol School of Lupon. So congratulations to our top 5. And you will be informed, no, on how are you going to claim your gift items from the University of Mindanao. With that, we'd like to thank Sir Debson and Sir Jade. I do not know if there are questions posted in our Q&A box. Let's see in our chat box, in our Q&A. There's none. Okay. And then in our chat box, chat, uh, there's none also. Okay. The link is there, no? I have sent the link. I do not know if you can click that. Please message me if you can click the link. If not, then maybe we can post the link in our official Facebook page, no? I will ask my assistant to do it for you, no? Because I'm not really techy, so I just copy something. Okay, so we'd like to let's give Sir Debson and Sir Jade a virtual applause to our students who are here in the. Okay, Christina, you can click the link. Thank you very much. No, thank you, Sir Debson, and thank you, Sir Jade. For sure, you have learned a lot from them, and we understand that majority of our students today are ABM, and we also have STEM, no? We also have GAS, we also have HUMS, no? I've seen students chatting us, no? That they are from other program, from other strand, and it's good that they also present today, that they are interested, because it doesn't follow that you are from other strand, no? You cannot be accepted in the accounting, College of Accounting, right, Sir Debson? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so even if you are from STEM, from GAS, from HUMS, and you want to enroll in accounting, any accounting related courses, then you can still enroll. Correct? Is that correct?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Especially in the University of Mindanao, as mentioned, we have 4 programs, no, under the College of Accounting Education, and help me remember those. I cannot remember those. No, we have BS in Accountancy, BS in Accounting Information System. Sir Debson, can you like
Yes po.
share?
Tama po, tama po. BS Accounting Information System, BS Internal Auditing, and
Okay.
BS Management Accounting.
Okay, okay. So, and I'm telling the students that our College of Accounting Education in the University of Mindanao is one of the biggest colleges that we have, no? You have like more than 1,000, 2,000 students in your college, Sir Debson?
Right now po, it's almost 2,000.
Okay, so almost 2,000, no? Students in your college, and you have produced so many top-notchers. You have performed above the national passing percentage in the licensure exam, no, of the certified public accountant, no, and your campus, no, because in the University of Mindanao we have, in Davao City we have 3 campuses. One is our 28-hectare campus in the Matina area, in the Matina and Maa area, no? And the College of Accounting Education and the 4 programs are located in the Matina area. It's a 28-hectare campus. So kung mag face-to-face classes, good luck sa inyong mga bagtak o sa inyong mga TL binaktasay, no, 'di ba? Kay it's really a nice campus. I can tell the students. We visited Davao Oriental and we talked to some of your school director and school presidents, no? When we visited Davao Oriental last week, and your director, school director, were really amazed of the campus that we have in the Matina area. It's a big campus. It's a 28-hectare campus. So imagine nyo lang yan. But don't worry, because if we will have face-to-face classes in UM and your campus is in Matina, don't worry, because if you transfer from one building to another, we have a free ride. Tama ba, no? We have a free ride in the Matina campus. No? So may sasakyan mag-transfer sa'yo from one building to another building. Okay? And then if you will transfer from your building going to the library, you can also take the vehicle inside the campus. So it's for free, no? No worries about that. The second campus that we have is in Bolton campus. So tomorrow we will have business administration. So for those of you who are still interested to listen to our business administration talk tomorrow, then you can still participate. I will still talk tomorrow, no, kasi baka merong mga bagong estudyante. So yung first lesson ko, nandoon pa rin ako, no, mag-talk pa rin ako, but yung topic specifically for business will be given tomorrow. And our business administration is in Bolton campus. That's our second campus. The third campus that we have is our technical school that is located in Bangoy, no? Okay, Bangoy. So for those of you who want to enroll in technical vocational courses, then your campus will be in Bangoy. And we also have campuses in other areas, like we have our Tagum. So for those of you who may opt to enroll in our Tagum campus, then we have Tagum. We also have Panabo, we also have Digos, no? And Bansalan, okay? And Peña Plata. So those are our campuses in the university. Let me see. I think we have, sir, where po makita yung link? Sir, when po yung link nandoon na, no? Gi-forward ko na sa
Backread lang.
Ha?
Backread.
Backread mo lang, mag-backread ka lang nasa chat box, okay? And then yung enrollment ng enrollment for summer will start on May 7. Tama ba? You can check in our official Facebook page. We have posted it yesterday, the schedule for the enrollment. That's for summer, no? But for the first semester, the classes will be on August. Most likely, enrollment will be on July. Okay? Pero kasi, I do not know. Please message us, no, in the chat box. If May, may klase pa ba kayo niyan? May, June? Ang DepEd ba or ang private schools? Until when is your class in senior high school? Please send us a message so that we can be informed of that. Message us until when is your classes in grade 12? July po ang public. Okay. So, pag enrollment ng first semester, July din ang enrollment. But if you want to start your classes in summer, then we will have classes by May for summer class, no? July 10 daw. Mag-graduation na kami this month. Si Queenie, anong school ka, Queenie? Bakit may graduation na kayo this month? Private ka ba? Sa private, iba ba? Ayan, so meron isa. Until this month lang po klase namin, sir. MSLU. So, Lupon, no? Marinol School of Lupon. Okay. Ang private kasi, no, nauna sila magklase. So, of course, mauna din sila matapos ng kanilang klase. Sir, do you have a scholarship offer? Right now kasi, no, wala pa tayong face-to-face classes. Ang scholarship na meron lang tayo is for our academics. Other than that, athletic, mga choral, band, and other type of scholarship, wala. But I'm telling you that there are many scholarships offered by the Commission on Higher Education. So I suggest that you also check the Facebook page of the Commission on Higher Education, CHED, no? Because they have several scholarships, no? Sa private po, graduation na namin this month. So yung mga private, nasa private, you can start enrolling this summer. Pag mag-enroll kayo ng summer, makapag-enroll na kayo ng 3 subjects, okay? And advice ko yan na mag-enroll na kayo para makapag-experience na rin kayo how it is to be, you know, in the university, no, in the college, okay? So you can start enrolling. Kailan nga yun? May 3 to 19. And classes will start on May 31. For summer class yan, no? So check in our Facebook page. The schedule for the summer class is there. But for the first semester, it's going to be July. Wala pa tayo schedule niya, no? Okay. Sige. So, meron pa ba question dito? July pa po sa amin sa MSU. June will our end, sir. Okay. So, iba-iba, no? But if you will start ng first semester, August pa naman ang ating classes sa first semester. So, yung mga matapos ng June, yung hindi makahabol ng summer class, then you can enroll in the first semester, which will be on August of 2021. Okay? My suggestion is that how much po yung tuition? Magkano ba ang tuition natin? Well, ang tuition ng university for full 24 to 28 units will be around 15,000 or less, no? So it will not be more than 15,000 in a semester. And enrollment is 1,500, no, pesos. Okay? So take note of that. It will range to 15 to 18,000 in a semester so that you can also compare, no, the tuition fee of UM with other schools, especially if it is a private school, no, private college or university. Okay? Sige. How much po yung bayad for summer class? For summer class, cheaper lang. Sir Debson, you have an idea? Magkano ba ang summer class?
More or less, sir, nasa 8 to 10,000 po.
8 to 10,000 because 3 subjects lang sila. So baka half lang doon. No?
Baka 5 yata, mga 5.
Oo, siguro mga 5 to 6,000 ang summer class natin. No? Oo, kasi half lang doon ang subjects na pwede niyo makuha. So konti lang, no? Okay. What are the requirements po for admission? Ayan. Well, you just prepare your number 1, your card, no? Yung card ng inyong senior high school. And then your PSA, your Philippine Statistics Authority na birth certificates, okay? Certificate of good moral character from your school now, senior high school. And that's it. For those who will be enrolling in the health sciences related program, like nursing, medtech, later on you will be asked to submit a medical certificate. But if by first semester, the classes will still be online, of course, dili man mo pangayuan o health certificate pa, no, medical certificate kay you are not going to travel pa man here, no? Okay. Sir, required po ba yung PSA talaga even meron ng NSO? Yes, PSA, no? Madali lang naman magkuha ngayon ng PSA online. You can order, you can request a copy of your birth certificate, PSA online. So it's easy, no? Okay. All right. When po mag-open ang enrollment for freshmen? As I mentioned, for the first semester, classes will be on August. Most likely enrollment will be on July, no? But for summer classes, ang enrollment kasi ng UM hindi siya freshman lang, hindi lang siya second year, no? Kundi sabay-sabay lahat mag-enroll, no? So kung pag-enrollment schedule na 'yan, ibig sabihin regardless whether you are freshman, whether you are second year, no, or third year, enroll ka na agad, no? Kasi sabay-sabay ang schedule. How long po yung summer class, sir? Ang summer class will take 2 months, no? So kaya it's going to be June to July. Mag-start siya ng May 31 practically June na 'yon, matapos din naman siya ng July, no? Okay? So mga close to 2 months, not the entire 2 months but close to 2 months, no? Kung for siguro mga 7 weeks 'yan, Sir Poras, no? 7 weeks. Oo, ang klase ng summer. Okay? So, yan. Any other question? May cut-off score or requirements ba para sa BS Accountancy, Sir Poras?
Wala po, sir.
Okay. So regardless sa grado ng mga estudyante sa kanilang senior high, you
Yes,
will
po.
accept them, no?
Yes.
Okay. So no problem. Kung halimbawa ang grado ninyo sa senior high is only 87 or 88, accepted pa rin kayo, no? Basta pumasa kayo ng senior high school, all right? Kung hindi kayo pumasa, yun ang problema, no? You will not be accepted. Hindi din kayo mag-graduate, okay? Requirements po for summer class, pareho lang ng requirement ng regular enrollment, no? Una, yung inyong grade card. Second, yung inyong certificate of good moral character. So kaya right after your graduation sa school, magkuha na agad kayo ng inyong mga certificate of good moral character. And then third, yung inyong PSA. Passing grades para makapag-in sa accountancy, again, we answer that one. Wala, no? Okay lang. As long as nag-graduate kayo ng senior high school, you will be accepted. You are welcome in the College of Accounting Education. Okay? Ayan. Sige. So, meron pa ba tayong question? Dito sa Q&A. Okay na ba ito? Na-open na to? Okay. So, I think that's all. And with that, we'd like to thank our students for attending, senior high school students, for attending our session today. And I hope that you learned something. As I said, that tomorrow we have another round for business and allied programs. And is offering so many courses in the business, no, like human resource management, we have financial management, we have entrepreneurship, we have data analytics, our new program in the university, no, data analytics. We also have marketing, and tomorrow, two professors from the business administration will also share, no, yung sample output ng mga estudyante nila, because yung ating business administration are every year they won, no, yung ating mga estudyante, they won in the competition, yung mga business pitching competition. So you will learn from the experience and from the sharing of the professor from the college. All right. So with that, thank you very much, and keep safe, everyone. We hope to see you soon, no, when you enroll here in the University of Mindanao. As I said, keep yourself posted in our announcements in the official Facebook page. If you have question, then you can still ask, no, questions. You can message us. You can leave us a private message in our Facebook page. And you can also still watch yung video ko kanina sa ating YouTube channel, no? Pwede nyo pa rin siya i-watch kasi nandoon pa rin yun. Okay? So with that, thank you very much, and God bless everyone. Be safe. Extend our thanks to your teacher, no? And if you have classmates na hindi nakapag-attend today, meron pa naman tayong another session. Okay? So with that, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So, bago tayo mag-end, meron tayong video. May video pa, di ba? Okay, sige. So, let's watch this video.
Hi, Ga! So you're new, and you're looking to enroll at the University of Mindanao. No problem. With UM's open education, you don't have to take an entrance exam. But how do you enroll? Step 1. Fill out your Student General Information Sheet, or the SGIS, and attach the requirements indicated in it through this link. Remember, you get to keep a reference number after the registration. Step 2. Use the reference number to pay your down payment through any bank, buy-in center, or even fund transfer. You can also find the rest of the payment options in UM's official Facebook page. Once the payment is done, send a copy of your transaction with your full name and contact number to cashiermain@umindanao.edu.ph. Step 3. Wait for an SMS alert where you will receive your student account ID number and more details about your account. Step 4. With the previous step done, you may now log in to the UM student portal. Once inside, click on Online Enrollment found in the navigational menu. Then click on Enroll Course. Step 5. Choose your desired session if you'd like to take classes in the morning, afternoon, or the evening. Submit your choice and get your certificate of matriculation, or the Form 1, to proceed to the last step. Step 6. Wait for issuance of your email address through the email stated in your SGIS. Finally, claim your Form 1 and ID at the admission office once the quarantine is lifted. And that's it! You are now officially enrolled. Welcome to the University of Mindanao.
As per Management Committee instruction presented in the Quality Management Council, the entire thing is designed as a hybrid mode of instructional delivery with online learning through the LMS as the primary platform during the pandemic transition. We have e-learning through email, SMS, and group chats, and learning through smartphones, tablets, and other mobile devices. B-learning through Broadcast University on air, correspondence learning, where the SIM or SDL manual can be picked up or arranged by courier, and finally, residential or F2F mode, depending on quarantine conditions. In short, students shall be encouraged to invest on the primary mode while taking advantage of the blenders. But don't worry, the school shall adapt to both asynchronous and synchronous learning, where students can keep up with class in their own convenient pace. So what are you waiting for? Enroll now at the University of Mindanao.
See you around, UMN!
Bye bye, everyone. Thank you.